What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Farmer Deuce, or this is Farmer Deuce. I'm Deuce and Miss. If you're watching later on YouTube, you're watching on Farmer Deuce. If not, you're watching on Twitch with me, twitch.tv/DeuceandMiss. You can find my main channel, youtube.com/DeuceandMiss. All links down below under Linktree. Make sure you go find that one because the links may change over time, and you may be watching this later. We do have a canola harvest ready, so we're going to get this done. I was going to be on the community multiplayer server today, but this is ready, and if I get it done today, I still have time to plant my soybeans and double crop, and that's what I have to do. And I've said this many times, sometimes the FSN is going to take priority because I only get a couple of days to make things happen on here, especially when you're trying to double crop. So we're going to do this, and then if I get done, we're going to hop over to the community server and check out what's going on and show that off a bit too. Even though we did get one stream on it this week, which is more than we got in previous weeks. Currently, or recently, I guess, because I've been super busy outside of streaming. But to say the least, last time I think we leased, like this harvester here, it cost us an astronomical amount of money. We're going to get the small one this time because it really doesn't matter. And this is way less money, I do believe. That was $3,800. So if we lease this one, it's $13,000. Yeah. Yeah, we're leasing the Rostel Mash. And we'll just go with it for now. So 3,800, yes, back, and then we'll go combinations, and we'll go header, and then we'll go lease this one for $1,275. That is cheap enough. I'm okay with it. 5,100 leasing cost. I'm gonna have to do the math on what it's gonna cost to, or what it's gonna cost me to, or what profit I'm gonna make, I guess, because I still gotta plant the soybeans. The soybeans will be a good money maker, but we have to start double cropping, or I'm not gonna get anywhere in this game. It's just not gonna happen. So there we go, though. We fit on the road. We should be good to go. No trailer needed. It's a small one. So off we go. But yes, I am on the FSN today, mainly because this has to be done. And I have like today and tomorrow. And I know tomorrow I'm going to be out of the house, so I have to get it done today, badly. But yeah, if we get done and we got time left, we will hop on and check out what's going on the community server with Crystal and Gabe over there. And I don't know who else is playing, but if you want to play on the community server, it is open. You just have to jump on Discord to get all the information and get the downloads and stuff. And I did not get the mods done. By the time I got on, everybody was probably on already, so I was like, I'll just wait till this afternoon when I get done with the first stream, because I don't stream again until tonight. So if I get done with the first stream today, I'll get the mods put on. J-Rock did get us a trailer modded. It's going to be very heavy, but it should pull it, and it holds 100 cows for the community server, so that's good news. And then I'll get the 1,000 cow barn put on. And something else. There was something else I was going to put on, but I'll get all that put on this afternoon, because I know, Gabe, you have to take off at some point in the afternoon here, and Crystal, you don't mind hopping off after Gabe leaves. I can get it done then, since it's just you two. We desperately need help. Yes, indeed. The community server desperately needs help. We have a lot going on, a lot of really big fields on a 4X map. So if you're on PC and you want to play and you're part of the community and watching this later, please hop on and play with us. All you got to do is go into Discord and give yourself the FarmSim role and follow the FarmSim info channel, and you'll have all the info you need. But yeah, it is super busy over there. I've got a ton of games to play right now that take up a ton of time. FarmSim for one, but 7 Days to Die, we have a house flipper competition going on 7 Days to Die. There's no zombies, no raid days. You have about 75 days now to flip a house, so still plenty of time if you want to get involved. I think there's still slots on the server, and if your house gets picked as the best flip, then you will win yourself a server of your pick for any base game that Netrado has, and it does have to be through Netrado. All this is thanks to Gasoline Billy, so thank you, buddy, for that. I do want to do a FarmSim competition again at some point, because we got the premium edition coming up, which is, I'm guessing the reason we're not getting FarmSim 25. So Or Farm Sim 24, rather. I guess we're getting Farm Sim 25. So yeah, that's kind of a shocker to me. I thought we'd get 24, but I did say it was very possible we were just going to get skipped and go to 25. So maybe they're putting us back on our odd number of years next time around. I don't know. And I don't think we can do straw with this. Yeah, straw crop's not. As if we can do straw with this, we're going to do straw with everything to make that extra money, but we cannot. So. And no, I didn't even get GPS because it's an extra charge, and I don't want it. So. Hope you get over here. Kind of a surprise for you. I figured you guys probably were working on something. So I am going to make an effort to pop over there, even if it's just for a minute or two to check it out. So we will definitely hop over there toward the end of the stream. But also understand that everybody kind of plays Farm Sim their own way. And playing on a single farm sometimes deters people from playing, because that's most of the time when we have the least amount of people playing is when we have a single farm. So I understand wanting to do things your own way on your own farm. I get that. But at the same time, the chances that you get to play with other people and play as one farm are pretty slim, because it's hard to find people to play with. So I hope more people can jump in at some point and play some Farm Sim with us. I also know it's the middle of summer. Everybody's busy. You got vacations. You got everybody's going out and doing things. Like the winter time is a lot more apt for Farm Sim and whatnot. And so just gaming in general. But I would assume that as we roll back into wintertime, we'll probably have a couple more people jump on and play on the community server. I know it gets busy in the summer. We may or may not have time. This is going to take us a little while to do here. But yeah, doing that winter crop was a smart idea. And I did it because specifically we can plant soybeans when we get done harvesting today. And that was the goal, was to double crop and try to get as much crop out of the ground as possible. I see my header there. Try to get as much crop out of the ground as we can, so that we can start to make some money here. Because we have one field, it's fairly small considering the map itself and considering the amount of debt we're in right now, which we're actually not too bad off. I can take out more debt, I think. Yeah, we're only at 235, so I still got 270, 265 to take out if I need it. But I'm going to try to avoid it at all, if at all possible. But I do need another piece of land. This one or that one, either one next to me here. These three will probably be enough for me. But at some point we're going to have big equipment and stuff, so the beginning of this is a serious grind. When I first started on FSN, we were on, I don't remember the name of it, but it was a 4X map anyway. And I started with like 3 acres, and at the end of it I had about 50 acres, maybe 70 acres. I don't know. That's about, no, it wasn't that much. It was probably 50 acres, about 45 to 50 acres. And that's all I needed. That was a good solid 2.5, 3 hour stream. You know, if I was the only one on doing something. Most of the time though, the other guys were on working too, and they were doing stuff too. But everybody's doing grass right now to try to get some money built up, which is probably what I should have done. I should have done grass and silage and made me a bunch of money just to get going. But I did not, because I'm the silly one that thinks I'm going to make this work just doing crops. That and streaming just grass every time is not so fun, because I'm already doing that on Iowa Plains View anyway. So, but all this is going into the silo, and we are going to sell this when the high sell price is, and that is in November. So we'll have to jump back on in November to sell it. What's it sell for? $732. That's not bad. Not bad. Yeah, all these are going to sell really well. So soybeans, the best sell time is right now. We don't have any though. But basically, when we're planting soybeans, we'll be selling soybeans as well, which is good. Really good. It'll be a good turnaround. It is 24-day years, so it's going to take a little longer to get there. But I think it gives us a little more opportunity to work on stuff. So, Evan the Bandito, what's up? How's it going, Evan? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. But yeah, that's the plan. We're going to double crop as much as possible. We really should be doing silage bales because you can sell those directly and you can cut 3 times a year. I'm just doing way too much grass stuff already to do more grass stuff. And I know this is going to be a challenge, but you know, I think we'll make it work in the long run. I think we'll be okay. Got off work early. Heck yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Also, Gabe, did you see my post in media sharing in Discord? Not a whole lot of people care about Only Up, but I think you believed in me, and I did it in 44 minutes. So I think I honestly could do a 30-minute run, probably. Found a new hobby as well. Heck yeah, what is it? Well, if you want to share, you don't have to, of course. I always like it when somebody finds something new they enjoy doing. It's always good. It's just a screenshot, that's all. 44 minutes on Only Up. And I fell like 5 or 6 times, so I think I can definitely make that faster. Probably one of the few community members to watch my trial speedrun? Probably. Yeah, probably. I need to upload that to YouTube. I think that came straight from Twitch. I don't even know if I can get the VOD anymore. Maybe it is on YouTube. I just don't remember it. Yeah, maybe it is on YouTube. I don't remember. I'll have to find it, man. I don't know where it's posted from. Lightning strikes very close to you. That's not good. Stormy weather, right? Stormy weather. I don't know what it's supposed to do here today. It's 88 right now. Well, it's not getting any cooler. Still got August to go. You watched it on the speedrun.com? Cool. Yeah, I want to go snag that link and just drop it so if people do want it. Yeah, we got rain coming in. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, little pop-ups. That heat cooking stuff up. It looks like no major storm fronts or anything. What's up, Farmer Group? How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I've got Trials Fusion installed again. I almost thought about trying to improve my time, but I was like, nah, I don't care, because I would have to stream it somewhere. I mean, you can record it, but it's not as fun that way. It's supposed to be 133 in Death Valley this weekend, 134 is world record. Wow. That's impressive. That's impressive. 130 degrees. Jeez. Or, 48 Celsius if you don't like freedom measurements. I don't know if that's actually the right. It's probably closer to like 51 or 52, but I don't know. It was 80 degrees. It felt like 88 at 8 a.m. this morning. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know what the real feel is. The real feel here is probably closer to 95 or 97 or something, because it's, when I walked out to get the mail earlier, it's pretty warm. I want to get back to my walking, but I'm going to wait on these hot mornings to be done. When it feels like 90 outside at 7 a.m., it's like, I'm not trying to dehydrate myself before I start my day. But yeah, we'll just start doing some more walking videos too. As soon as we get through August, we get to like the middle of August, I'll be back doing them. 75 feels like 81. I'll take that every day. Like that's a good temperature for me. It's still hot because I think I have my body runs hot anyway, because like I sweat just walking outside. But and I've done that my whole life. That's not new. So, but I would take 75. Feels like 81 every day. That'd be nice temperatures. The problem is living in an area where it's like a pretty consistent temperature, you know, not big swings. Like we go from 115 heat index during the summer to we can get down as low as 5 or 6 degrees in the winter. I hate big swings like that. But it's too expensive to live somewhere where there is no temperature swings. So. I figure we do this a few times and then I'll be able to probably get down to where I'm 25% going up and down and I can do 4 runs and then empty out. I just figure why not take a few, I could just cut the headlands off and do it that way, but I'm trying to gauge it as I go as well, so, for the up and downs here. 89 feels like 94 in Virginia. That's about what it is here. Somewhere close to that. Crystal spent $5 million today. She's trying to be like you. Indeed, yeah. I like spending money. As long as it's not my money, I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Ain't my money. It ain't my money. Ding, 50%. I think we were at like 33%. So we should be good to start doing up and down runs now. We just back and forth 4 times. Me? Never spend money. Of course not. And Gabe likes to spend too. Gabe never spends any money. I like this little Rostomash. It's just, you know, it's just about right for this size field to not just blow through the field in 2 minutes. It gives you some work time. But I don't think I would go much smaller than this. Also, I'm curious to see how much canola we get off of this. We're up to 6,000 now. What is the estimated yield? That you at 29,000 total. Yeah, 29,000, 30,000. Yeah, there's a potential yield there for right around 30,000 worth. It's about $25,000. If we can stay under that for our leasing costs, especially when we're not doing oats for now, yeah, we'll be fine. Because we're just getting a harvester basically, and then replanting. Because I'm not doing anything crazy. I've got all the seed, I've got all the fertilizer, I got all the herbicide I need. I got all that over there already. So we're not doing anything crazy. So with a colossal harvester and unreal header, it'll be done in 2 seconds. Yeah, no kidding. Like, I would definitely be done by now, for sure. All right, we should be under 25%. We get to the field. If we're not, we'll do that one more time, and then we'll start making up and down runs. You did go buy 2 big buds and a Borgo cedar. I mean, it's needed. I'm gonna put some other seeding options on there too, because I know we don't have a whole lot of big seeding options. So I'm gonna get some of those put on there too this afternoon. A lot of little things I missed setting this one up for some reason. I don't know why. Like I just didn't even think about it. Yeah, it didn't even register that we needed big seeding options for some reason. Bought 2 Borgo cedars. Thank you very much. Only 2.5 mil and 2 setups. Hey, that's not too bad, really. When you're talking about farming equipment, man, that's not bad at all. This stuff gets bad expensive. 24, 25. We're just over 25%. So we are going to cut one more headland, do this one more time. The game just paused on you? That's not good. So I saw a speedrunner doing only up. He had the world record yesterday while I was working on stuff, and there's a skip toward the top where you jump off the bed and it shoots you across, and I landed on the rows, and I did that in my run for 44 minutes. So it's a pretty solid run, but I had to do like the roll to like stop my momentum and drop down. So if I can get that one consistent, I think I'm okay. But there's a skip where you jump off of that bed and you go backwards, and you land. You guys remember the T-Rex that ran at us? You land on top of his head, and then when he starts to move, it throws you out and up, and you go all the way past the final walkway there. You go past that. You go past the space station that's floating around, and you go into nothingness for a minute, and then come back down. But yeah, you can throw yourself from there all the way to the top, off of the dinosaur's head, which is crazy. It's crazy, and it probably got accepted. So the new speedrun time on any percent is like 13:57 or something. 13 minutes and 57 seconds. Insane. It's done it a couple times. It's weird. It's very strange. Alright, yeah, after that run, we should be able to go up and down now. How are you going to land that? You can't land the super trampoline jump? So, the trampoline jump, there's like frame perfect spot you have to hit on the tree to slide you over on the trampoline. And I was mistaken about how far you actually go. You have to like, you jump off of one other item and then land over by the elevator. So, doing it the other way for me is just safer, and I'm not going for world record speedrun, so it doesn't matter. But the balloon jump, the hot air balloon jump, though, that's a very difficult skip to do. So, yeah. I don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon. It's a very difficult skip to do. Alright, we should be good just to go up and down. We're almost done, really. I mean, we're about, what, 60... got about 60% of the field left, so not too bad. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that one is pretty consistent. It'll throw you that direction every time. You just have to roll at the right time to drop straight down. So, you know, that trampoline jump's pretty consistent. But some of them are pretty difficult to do. And I realized, too, that some of them have to do with the pillow that's on the bed. You hit the pillow at the right angle, and it'll throw you places. And I was wondering how everybody was doing that, and I was really watching him, and he was going to slow-mo right before he hit the pillow to make sure he was in the right spot. And I was like, aha, that makes sense now. So, because nobody really explains the speedrun. You just have to watch it and figure it out as you go, you know. So, pretty cool. What's up, Chicken Chow? How's it going? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely have time, since I don't have to go anywhere today. I'll definitely have time to jump over to the community server for a few minutes. I got some other stuff I need to work on, so I can't be on there too long. I still gotta get Dinkin recorded for Sunday, and since I'm not gonna be at the house too much tomorrow, I gotta get it done this afternoon, and then I gotta get Dredge edited. I've actually got 2 Dredge episodes done just because I felt like playing. So that and Bone telling me he's passed me in the story, I was like, I gotta play more. So I gotta get more done. But yeah, so. You aren't going to attempt the drive up map? I might do it. I might. We might do it. It might have to happen, honestly. I mean, I know I'm going to fail at it horribly, but... I'd like to see somebody make one for trials, which they probably will at some point. Those map creators tend to jump on the trends pretty quickly. So there should be a trials map out soon of Only Up. There probably already is, but in the base game itself, in Trials Fusion, Trials Evo, Trials HD even had one, the hill climb. So there's already a version of it. It's just called a hill climb, but there's no like crazy skips. I'd like to see somebody put one in Trials where if you jump and land on a barrel, it'll shoot you to a certain place or something. Like, I think that'd be kind of neat to see. Yeah, we're well under 50% on 2 runs, so we're good now. We're good here, I think. You can certainly check out some videos before you decide. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's going to have to be something I feel like I can get somewhat close to doing. Otherwise, I'll spend weeks on it. It'll just drive me nuts until I finish it. So, like, I had to finish Only Up after playing it. I was like, I got to at least get to the top. And because it's a competing against yourself run, I was like, now I've got to do it faster. 114 minutes just was not it, man. I mean, it's under 2 hours, but still, that's, you know, it's too close to 2 hours. So, did it under an hour, which I said I would do. I'm probably happy with it because I don't know, because I'm not going for like world record speed runs. Nobody's gonna watch it anyway, so it's fun to do once or twice. But after you beat it, it's kind of like, okay. 70%. Definitely going to be under the 100. This is good. It's taken time away from having to go down and empty and come back. So the more time on the field, the better. Also, for your information, FYI, as my boss likes to say, doing sound, the guy that owns the company. I bought X-Plane 12. I haven't loaded it up yet, but I'm gonna do some tests on it and see if I can get it working like everything I want to with the joystick that Martin sent us. And we're gonna try X-Plane 12 out next week. I am super excited to have picked it up. I got it on the Steam Summer Sale. It was on for 40 bucks, and I was like, you know what? That's about as cheap as I'm gonna get it anytime soon. We need to get it. I need to do some plane flying with this joystick over here. We're not gonna fly any big planes. Well, I mean, we probably will. We're gonna crash them though for sure. There's no way we're gonna land. But we're gonna do a lot of just plane flying, man. I just want to fly around a bit. We do a lot of farming and a lot of driving. I want to do some flying. So just label your video world record speedrun attempt, and then failed. Yeah, I mean that's realistic though. If I can, I don't know why Live Split's not working, man. I used to use Live Split for all my trials runs. I can't get it to actually load. It's weird, and I don't know why. I don't know what it's doing. I don't know. 93%. And I don't mind doing it this way because our silo is right here, but we're already up to 11,000. 45 going in. If we can get anything close to 30,000, 25,000 would be good. It doesn't cost me that much to run the farm, but I'm really having to think about numbers here. 181 for property maintenance, and then 7. So we're at what, 960? Yeah, 962, 963 for money out. So we're losing $1,000 a month, basically. So, and we got 24 months, or 24 days a year. So it's not the greatest, but if we can make 20 grand a year, we'll keep it close and still make a little bit of cash, and that's what we want to do for now. At some point, we'll start turning a profit though. I haven't sold all the bales yet either. So once I get them all filled up there, I'll probably just sell that whole unit. That'll be my own website money. And I'm probably going to miss the first couple of auctions for land unless I can take out a loan on the website. It's really all just depending on that. Yeah, a couple more runs. I would say we would mulch, but we're not making the money to do it right now. If we had 2 fields, I'd be more apt to do it because one lease we could do both fields. But with one smaller field, it's kind of hard to justify leasing the mulcher unless it's like $400 or something, right? Like if it's that cheap, we might. But I just don't see 25. How wide is that one? 5 points. That's actually pretty good. What's the lease cost on it? $1,000. Yeah, I can't justify an extra 1,000. Not for the mulching. I don't think it would do that much for us. I know it would help us get more crop out of this, but I don't think it's going to help that much. I just don't think it's going to be worth it, honestly. I don't know. Does mulching help that much? Mulching and rolling? Like if I mulched this and then planted it, or fertilized it and then planted it, and then rolled it, does it really make that much difference? And we would likely fertilize before we mulch, because I think on some of these it's hard to tell where you've been, and canola is one of them. So Chavez dropping me some in-game cash monies. I'll have to remember that on Monday. I'll pick it up when I'm over on Iowa. We've moved across the country today. We're in Hobo Hollow. I'll pick that cash up when we're back in Iowa tomorrow. Or Monday, sorry. What's up, Chavez? How's it going, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. I hear you, man. Yeah, if you're out west, actually if you're anywhere in the south today, it's hot. It's hot. Like 5% for each. I mean, I just don't know if 5% is enough to make up much difference. Mulching, I'm not sure. Rolling, I can say it helps with the bumpiness in the field. So it's supposed to help with the crop yield as well. In theory, it's supposed to help with the crop yield. Yeah, it's supposed to be like 5% for each or something. Yeah, I think Crystal's right. 2.5% for mulching. That's not enough to justify it then. In Houston, running new guys through the obstacle course. Nice. Yeah, if you're out doing that, man, it's got to be hot. Got to be. Usually plow all the fields, so plowing every time doesn't actually generate as much as you think it would either. Especially if you're playing with precision farming on, it's actually detrimental to plow every time. I plow when needed. Otherwise, I cultivate and plant, or just direct drill if I got a direct drill. Chavez. Yeah, I don't know on a small field with least equipment if it's going to make that much difference. I'm going to be honest. I don't think it's going to matter too much. Looks like, what, 4 more runs, we're done. So 1 more pass at this, maybe. Maybe a little more than that, but I think it's going to be 4 or 5 in like a piece, man. I'm changing my mind as I go here looking at it. It may be wider than 4. Be a loss of 750. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just money wise, I really have to think about it because I'm operating on a loan only right now. We're not in profit at all. We're nowhere close to making profit at the moment. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'd need at least 2 of these fields to break even. So it's just not worth it. And that's at 1K per 1,000 liters, which nothing on here generates except for soybeans. And that's what we're planting next. Soybeans at the highest price. Yeah, right now we're getting 1,100. It's the same economy I'm playing on Iowa Plainsview. So, but soybeans is the only one it would make sense on, but it would still be close for this size field, right? Like, it's still not going to justify this size field, I don't think. So yeah, if we had a bigger field and we owned the equipment, I could see doing it, but I just don't think it's worth it right now. It just ain't worth it, I tell you. It just ain't worth it. What are we up to? 16,000. Good. We're gonna hit 20,000, which is what I said. If we can get 20,000, we're good. We need about 28,000 though to really start paying some of this debt back off. We'll be able to hop back on here in November and pay some of that loan down. I want to try to pay the loan down as much as I can to cut down on how much daily cost it is. Once we do that, now I could have just not put lights down too, but I wanted some lights because there's, you know, it's in real time, so I don't know when I'm going to jump on. I need to be able to see my equipment and stuff to get everything together, so I put a couple of lights down. I could probably get rid of some of them. I don't know how many. I don't have that many, I don't think. Like 1 or 2 maybe. If I even have lights, I think all I got is the shed. Maybe that's what the property maintenance is, I'm not sure. But yeah. I think we'll skip mulching. If we end up buying the equipment later, then yeah, sure, but especially with more fields. But if you got 100 acres, 2.5% makes sense. You know, even if you got 50 acres, it makes sense. But for 6 acres, it's just not worth it. Rolling's probably not worth the lease either, because the big roller that I rented cost me a ton of money. That was a mistake too. I made all kinds of bad decisions here. Yeah, that cost $7,100, and that literally was not worth it. We lost all kinds of money on the oats. So this is only our 2nd harvest on the server, but we lost tons of money on the oats. Even with the bales, we lost tons of money. So yeah, we won't be doing any of that. I will lease a sprayer and spray the weeds because they're a lot thicker than they were on 19. And I've already got some herbicide down there. I don't know if I'm going to have to do the whole field again, but I've got some down there. I've already got fertilizer, and I've got seed down there for days. So we got plenty of stuff there. I think I'm going to lease a fairly small seeder that does direct drill for the soybeans, maybe even a planter. If there's a direct drill planter, which I don't think there is. That's small anyway. You have one map with precision and one without? Yeah, precision farming's fun. And I'm kind of glad I did it the way I did with Iowa. I played without it for the longest, and then the County Co-op Commission made me start testing the land. It kind of gave me a boost up, really, because it's a benefit more than it is a... I was really hoping we'd get it on here. There's supposed to be a DLC server, but Precision farming on here would be great because it would use a lot less herbicide, it'd use a lot less fertilizer, use a lot more lime, but lime's cheap, so. $140 liters at 1K to break even. Yes, I'm saying, like, that was such a waste. I wasted so much money because I leased at least a small harvester, I leased a decent sized seeder, but I leased all the extra crap and then the bales and stuff. Oh man, it was just such a waste. It really was. It was a really rocky start. The good news is I have plenty of money in loans and I can still go to the website and take out a loan if I have to. But I think we're okay. And I probably do need to go take out a small loan on the website just to get my credit score going. And yes, there is a credit score in the game. On the Farm Sim Network. What did I say? 5 and a piece? That's what it's going to be. Or 4 and a piece? Yeah, I don't think we'll get it all. We'll have to come back and get a little bit more, but we're close. The 50% mark. Yeah, let's see. We got a cedar. Something that's decent size anyway. 109,000 for that one. If I get that, do I have to get this with it? I don't know. I haven't used a whole lot of that small equipment, so I don't know what I actually need for it. I'm only getting about half of this too. The visual for it is sticking over a good bit where the actual crop is there. Multiplayer hadn't had to take a loan at all. Good deal, man. Yeah. Heck yeah. Or Crystal, sorry, I thought Gabe said that. I was reading Gabe's name there. Yeah, it's a good deal, Crystal, for sure. I think we started with a little bit of stuff and a little bit of money and a couple of fields, but not having to take a loan out is really good considering the amount of stuff we had to start with because we really didn't have a whole lot of land. A lot of contracts, I'm guessing, in the early days. I know I did a few. Sammy, how's it going? Good to see you. Hope you're well. Looks like we'll get one more pass down through here and then a piece probably where it's just a little bit wider than the header, which is probably going to be probably 1 or 2 places maybe. We now have the whole outer ring, a few cows, a couple of tractors, and 10 million. Heck yeah. Yeah, all that land to work, dude. Definitely need more people on. Definitely need more people on, for sure. Well, a few cows compared to what we're gonna have once we get those 1,000 head count pins. Have a lot more cows then. What are we up to as far as cows? We got like 1,000 now? No, we got more than 1,000, don't we? 2,500 or so? Pretty good either way. 3,750 at least, and that varies depending on what time of the year it is, I'm sure, because the meat cows you sell. So I'm guessing that varies depending on if you just sold those cows or not. Check out a cedar. Any of these direct drill? That direct drills. What is that one? 63,000. It direct drills is 6 meters wide, and it does soybeans. That's a 6 meter wide. 54,000. It direct drills. Oh no, wheel weights. Okay, never mind. It doesn't direct drill. Okay. Yeah, I think I have to have this to hold the seed and then that too. I mean, it's probably still cheaper, but it's still 6 meters wide. Doesn't direct drill. This one direct drills. And that's what I'm looking for. I don't have to lease a cultivator that way. Yeah, what I really want to get is one of these bad boys. The old school Seed Hawks, man. Give me one of those. Which I think the Bourgault's actually bigger. Yeah, it's 35 meters wide. Get the old Amazon. Do these direct drill? They do. What about the Seed Hawk? It does too. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go with the Pottinger because it direct drills. What's the lease cost going to be? 55. That's my job, selling the cows? Okay. Only going to take 5 or 6 days to sell them all. No problem. No problem. 5 or 6 days, we'll get them all sold. Pretty sure we're going to get all of this in one swipe here. Yeah, we're going to have to really think about this. See how much in canola we end up with. We got 24,000 right now. We're going to end up with about 25,000. And the crop rotation on here is broke too, I think, because it says the last thing we planted was sugar beets and cotton. But that's not right, because the last thing we planted was oats. So the crop rotation bonus is probably messed up on here, I think. One more time, let's check before we finish this up. Yield bonus plus 76% for some reason. I don't know why it's not higher than that. It's only 72% fertilized? How's that possible? I fertilized this thing twice, I thought. Already got one layer of fert on it. I wonder how that happened. Maybe the straw swath coming out the back is actually working right. Yeah, it only had one layer of... I swear I fertilized this thing twice. Well, it's so small it's not actually showing me what's in front of me now. So, alright. I don't know why we only got a 75% yield bonus. Because we rolled this and everything last time. There we go. 541. Yeah, we're going to end up with 25,200 or so. What's up, Jeremy? How's it going, buddy? Hope you're doing well. That big field right over there would be handy, wouldn't it? How big is this one? 53 acres. I should have just bought that and then worked as much of it as I could, really. But I couldn't buy it because it's 860,000. I only had 500,000 to work with. Probably should have went something a little bit bigger. 112,000 for these guys. We'll see what the auction. Oh, we'll see what the auction ends up being. For it, hopefully I can get it for under 150,000. I can give me a new piece of land when the land comes up for auction. I gotta wait on it to come up for auction on the website before I can buy anything. If you wonder what I'm talking about, this is the Farm Sim Network. If you've never played it, it's a challenge. All right, we'll just return that guy. We don't get an extra hourly cost in there. Field is harvested. Now, I think we're just going to fertilize and then plant. and then fertilize again. I don't think I'm going to do any rolling or anything crazy. We got plenty of seed, and we have plenty of fertilizer over here. Let's go grab a fertilizer spreader. This is another cost we got to consider. Real quick, though, let's do this first. Go to canola. Price for 730. Let's just say 700, right? Let's just say 700. And that would be 25,000 divided by 700, right? No, that's not right. 25,000 times 700. Yeah, so 17,500 is what we're going to make if we sell it at the highest price, at 700. And we spent on leasing, we have 5,100 in leasing cost right now. If we can clear $5,000 or $6,000, that's good for now until we can get more land and start paying down some of this loan too. So it's 5,100 plus. We need to get a fertilizer spreader, which can just be a cheap one. Yeah, either one of these guys would be good. The 20,000 is probably fine. 1,020. Oh my God. I don't need the extension on it. Plus 1,020. That's probably the one I'm going to end up getting. And then for seeders, we're probably going to end up with this pottinger, so I don't have to release a cultivator as well. Because none of these other ones direct drill. That's the first one that direct drills. 54. No, 55.84. It cost me 17,000 just to lease all this. No, that's not right. That's not right at all. Hang on. $5,100 plus 1,025, I think is what it was. It was somewhere close to that. Plus 55.84. 11,000. So it's going to cost us 11,000 to release all this. That means our canola covers our lease costs to plant the soybeans, and the soybeans sell for just say 1,100. But I'm probably not going to get the same amount off the field. I'll probably get a little less. Let's say 20,000. So 22,000 I can make. Yeah, I mean, that's easy math, but I think that's probably our best bet. And I think probably just buying a fertilizer spreader at this point would be good. Oh, that's not what I wanted. This one. I don't know what the difference is here. I don't know. This one's cheap. We're going with this. 1,020. I said 1,025. Okay. Yes. Okay, off to the store. Got to get back out in the Thunderdome. Have my laptop open in my locker. Hey, man, I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for lurking. I appreciate that. All right, let's hop down to the store, grab our fertilizer spreader. I might go ahead and lease the planter too. Do what I did last time. Throw it on the front. And then get our planter hooked up to the back. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that. Cedar. Whatever. Pottinger. Lease. Yeah, so just our canola is covering our cost for leasing for the harvest and then the planting. So if we can keep that rotation going, we're making money, but very slowly. Now I could go take contracts and stuff on the website, but I have to download a bunch more maps. And honestly, those contracts take a lot of time for a couple $1,000s, and I've got a bunch of other games to play, so it's really hard to do contracts all the time. All right. feels very familiar, like I did this in a time-lapse video last time or something. Again, we've got seed, so most of our cost came from seed and fertilizer and that kind of stuff at the beginning. We don't have to worry about that this time around. We should have plenty of both. I think I used this pottinger in the time-lapse too, when I planted the canola. Pretty sure I did, actually. Alright, no trim lines, so that's good. Fill this bad boy up with fertilizer and seed. Oh man, trying to figure out the money on this and do it in a way that you're not over leasing, you know, like I did last time. I think the small harvester definitely made the difference in the profit. Yeah, so I lost about 3,500 or 4,000 on the oats, and I knew I did too. I knew I lost a ton of money on it. But the seeder and the fertilizer spreader cost me the same, but the seed and fertilizer cost money. But we got that now, so that's good. We don't have to buy any more of that. So we should, in theory, have enough seed to last us a while. We may have to buy more fertilizer. We're going to have to lime again after the, whatever it is, the soybeans. After the soybean harvest, we'll have to lime again then, but I think that'll be okay too. All right, let's pull up here. Fill this guy up with seed first. Quite close enough to catch another one there. Go. Oh, we did not have as much seed as I thought we did. We might actually have to go buy more. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that'll do it. Run around here and grab some fertilizer. Cool. I don't want any in the seeder. That's the reason I did it that way, by the way. Well, no fertilizer in the seeder. And we get charged for operating costs for this thing. I'm gonna drop that guy. Get out here. 42 meters wide. We should be right here in this area somewhere. I'm glad I went with this tractor with all the stuff on it, even if it put us in debt a bit. Still better than the alternative. Oh, we gotta show lines. Okay. Boom. Boom right there. Okay, let's go over a bit. There we go. And go. Sweet. Didn't take too long. And the reason I don't put fertilizer in the seeder is so I can plant fertilize, and I'm done. And I don't have to worry about trying to get back on here at a certain time to, you know, fertilize after the first growth stage or whatever. So there's a method. Now, if we would get precision farming on here, all I would have to do is lime like every 2 harvests and then fertilize after I plant the crop, and soybeans wouldn't even take fertilizer, so I wouldn't be spending any money on fertilizer right now. So it definitely makes a difference having precision farming. It may not seem like it, but it makes a big difference. It makes a big difference having precision farming on. I think that's one reason it's costing me so much money right now. The amount of fertilizer we have to use, and we don't get the yield bonus on top of that. So the yield bonus alone would help me out. That would be my profit. like all the yield bonuses with precision farming, that would be clean profit. Even if I lease the stuff I'm leasing now, it wouldn't be so close. You know what I mean? Like I know for sure that would be profit. Even having to test the fields and stuff. Well, I don't know. With only one field, maybe not. With multiple fields, I would definitely be doing well. But
a new follower.
Farmer FS11, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome. I wonder if 15 meters will do right here. It's already lined up. Let's try it and see. Oh, that does. Yeah, 15 meters works. I think I went 18 the last time. I wasted some money there probably. Missed a corner, but I ain't worried about the corner. It's fine. What's up, farmer? How's it going? Welcome. It does definitely make a difference. It does, yeah. It just costs me so much more money right now because I'm having to fertilize twice. The spray, the herbicide is just all or nothing. It's not spot spraying, so you know it's kind of a lose-lose when you're talking about all the stuff you got to put into it. I'm doing well. I appreciate you asking. Okay, that is it for that one. We got fertilizer left over for next time, which is good. We only used, and I say next time, I mean after we plant. We didn't use that much either. Yeah, out of the 2,000, was it big bags? They got 2,000 of them for fertilizer? 1,000, okay. So out of that, we only used about, what, 400 there? Not bad. $1,700. What do we have, like 1,100 left? Yeah, so we only used about 500. That's not too bad. All right, we're going to drop this guy here now. Okay. Seeder's already got seed in it. We're not rolling. We're not doing any of that because it's just not worth it leasing everything right now. We're literally just planting. That's it. Wait, what? Fruit cannot be planted in June. Oh, I got the wrong. Well, I'm glad that didn't take. I'd have been mad. I'd have been upset. I don't know what that beeping sound is. That's got to go. All right, soybeans going in. And then we can harvest the soybeans in September. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Next Thursday, we'll harvest the soybeans and then replant oats again. So again, when I say double cropping, I mean it. Like we need it. We need all the crop we can get. I'd rather own the equipment though, because it's costing us money here. But okay, I guess we'll make it work. Make sure we're actually planting here. Yep, we are. I wonder what that beeping is. I bet it's the this guy. But it's that thing. Gotta be what it is, right? Annoying. Ugh. make a couple of circles, then we'll just start going up down the field. I don't know what that beeping is. It's getting on my nerves, though. I don't know, Gabe. I've never had pumpernickel bread that I know of. Maybe once in my life. Maybe once. And rye bread is just not something that I don't think we've ever bought or eaten. So we don't eat a whole lot of like sandwich stuff at all, really. So if we do, normally we get like French bread or something. All right, planting is on. Get this planted, fertilized, and I'll hop over on the community server for a bit. Which, if you're watching later on YouTube, you won't see. I'm just gonna cut it out. Not using a whole lot of seed, which is good. It means we're not gonna have to buy seed again for a little while. I need to see how much this thing actually uses. Something I got to start considering here. It's 4,000 total. That means this held what? 1,500, 1,600 maybe? Oh yeah, for sure, man. Like, we just like, if I do sandwiches most of the time, it's just old cheap white bread. But I'm trying to get away from buying the over processed, you know, old cheap white bread or whatever, just because there's so much stuff in it. Like, if you get the fresh baked stuff or whatever, it's a lot better. Which is why we do French bread a lot, because you can get it fresh baked. So it doesn't last long, but it doesn't have to. White bread goes bad around here anyway. Again, we don't eat a whole lot of sandwiches. So the one thing that we did start doing, we started doing a I forgot what bread it's on, but it's a Philly cheesesteak bake. Basically, you sear the meat and then put all your stuff on the bread. You cut the bread in half, 2 big halves. You throw it in the oven. Super, super good. Cheap wheat bread. Yeah, there you go. I don't eat a whole lot of bread, man. Like, honestly. Like, my bread consists of I eat oats, you know, just rolled oats in the morning. That's pretty much my bread. Pastas and rices, yeah, we still do that for dinner, but I try not to eat much of it. But yeah, I don't eat a whole lot of bread at all. Like, almost none. Now, if I'm going out to a gig or whatever, I gotta eat whatever's there. So most of the time, it's a burger or, you know, something like that. Fried chicken, fried catfish, stuff of that nature. After I get me a GoPro, I'll be more active going out and do these festivals and stuff with members' videos. and I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But we stopped at this little mom and pop place on Thursday last week, and it was I forgot the name of it, but it was something steak and fish, and I got beef tips and gravy. So instead of beef tips and rice and gravy, I got beef tips and veggies and gravy, and then I got grilled veggies for a side because it was different veggies than what came with the beef tips. And that's it, and a salad. And dude, I had more energy than I would ever think about having if I would have filled up on a bunch of fried something or other, you know, like whatever, or just eating a burger. Like, so much better the next day. Like I felt really good the next day. Instead of eating a big heavy carb loaded dinner. Had more energy. Didn't feel like I was cramping up at the end of the night. Didn't feel dehydrated. Like, I don't know, man. Everybody's different. So you gotta find what works best for you, you know. Try out different stuff. Try going without something. Try adding something to your diet, whatever. That's what I've been doing. Just been playing with it. And the non-carb loaded nights, I definitely feel better the next day for sure. All right, skip 2. Make it a point to make sure our plates are at least 50% veggie. I make sure mine's 50% or maybe even 70% meat these days. Whether it be meat sauce, beef, like some sort of steak cut, chicken, fish, barbecue, whatever it may be, 50 or 60% meat, and then 10% probably rice or pasta or whatever we're having. Looks like a cool map. It is, yeah. This is Hobo Hollow 4X. This is a very cool map, actually. Let me zoom out and kind of catch a glimpse. There's a river going down in the middle of it. Town's right over there, the store and everything. It's very cool. It's a 4X map. Very cool map, though. 1, 2, right there. Very cool map. I have 4 teenagers. I can afford that much meat. I understand. We don't buy extra meat. I just don't eat as much. You know what I mean? I just don't eat as much as I used to. I used to eat, man. Like, I used to eat a lot. I eat a lot of food. Oh, somebody knocking at the door. Weird. Give me a second. Nope, just kids playing basketball. Not like a door knocking. It's weird. But yeah, I just eat a lot less overall these days too, man. Like I don't gorge myself anymore, which I used to. I like food, man. I like to eat. I just enjoy what I can enjoy of it now, and then don't eat as much. So. But yeah, we're not buying anything extra. We just cut portion sizes down a lot, and then I eat a lot less of the pastas or rice or whatever. Like used to, man, I would fill a plate up with spaghetti. I'd fill it up with spaghetti. Like, that's like 6 portions. You know what I mean? Like, that's how much I was eating. Dang kids you dang kids and having fun outside. I know, man. This is where we're coming to. Oh, man, I'm happy to see kids out and doing stuff, man, honestly. See kids riding bicycles and stuff around all the time in the neighborhood. It's great. The exact opposite of what I do. I sit in the house and play video games. Yeah, I just sit in here and play video games all day. Dang kids sitting in the house playing video games all day. A pound of pasta a day? I mean, if he's burning all the carbs, yeah, cool. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta have carbs to function. Like, I get that, but I think as we get older, our life gets a little more sedentary for a lot of us. Like, I know we're not all gym rats and we're not all running 6 miles, 10 miles a day every morning. So, you know, like, if you're not moving as much, you need less. So, like, usually my morning consists of either oats and blueberries and honey, or a couple of fried eggs.
That's
so
a new follow.
That's it. I mean, like, I don't eat toast or anything in the morning anymore. A couple of fried eggs. Girly Panda 27, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome. He's a college athlete. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're using it, for sure, man, you need it. Absolutely. Will this be the new Friday community map? No, this is the FarmSim Network. This is already a multiplayer in its own right, with like 400 servers connected via website. No. The community server, Farmer Groot, is still running. It's still Dairyland. It's running until September 1st, I think, or the end of August. We started in June, right? So June, July, August, yeah. So we're about halfway through it right now. But no, this is just FarmSim Network. This is totally different. Totally different. But yeah, I mean, also, you know, kids need food and nutrients to grow. So yeah. And I ate so much when I was a kid. And what's bad is I never got out of that. I kept eating just as much until I realized how much I was eating and how little I was doing these days. It's like, I don't need to eat that much. Try to keep your carbs below 50 every day. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no problem with eating. Carbs aren't bad for you. But if you're eating more than you're burning off, then you're not doing yourself any favors, you know? Like, I'm not gonna say it's not healthy because I don't know. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not giving you medical advice here. But it just seems that if you're taking in 500 grams of carbs a day, and you're burning 100, all that other extra empty carb stuff, what is it? Is it turned to sugar? Is that right? Like, it just turns to sugar, or it's unused, it turns to fat. Like, it just seems weird to continue eating the same way if you're not moving as much, you know? So for me, that's what I did. I'm trying to cut out simple stuff, you know? I cut down on the amount of sugar I intake. And I lost like 10 pounds in 3 months just by doing that. By doing nothing else. Literally nothing else. Still sitting in my computer chair all the time. And lost like 10 pounds in 3 months. Just cutting out sugar. Maybe not 10. Maybe 5 to 7 pounds. But yeah, I mean, still though. And then I've been holding steady at my weight now. So... but yeah, I don't know. I just find it weird that, you know, a lot of people have their differences in food and what's best for everybody, but it doesn't work for everybody, you know. So, just wasn't burning as much anymore. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you just really consider, you know, what you're actually burning and what your intake is. It's just like financially, right? Like, if you're spending more than you're making, you need to stop spending so much until you start making more. So, I mean, it's pretty easy. Like, but I didn't even consider it until last year sometime. And I was like, man, I got to stop eating so much. I eat tons of food, maybe 2 years ago. But I really didn't start really considering the amount of carbs I eat every day and how much I was burning. So, you cut out sugar also? Yeah, I mean, if you're in the U.S., there's no way to cut sugar completely out of your diet because it's in everything you buy. But if you cook at home or you meal prep or something, then you can definitely get down to basically a zero. on granulated sugars and whatnot. Now, natural sugars, I know you probably eat fruit and stuff, so, but, yeah, I mean, it's it's just don't take in as much. Take in what you're burning or less. You know, if you're trying to lose weight, take in less than you're burning. If you're trying to bulk up, then take in more than you were burning before, and work harder. You know, and then you bulk up. But yeah, I mean, finding what does it though is the hard part for everybody, I think, because everybody's gonna burn things differently. I think that's the hard part. So, a little good news for me. I'm in the middle of making monthly payments for a gaming laptop. Play Farm Sim 22. Oh, nice. Cool. I'm glad you got you a computer. Heck yeah. Cut out soda and late night snacking. Lost 20 pounds in 3 months. Everyone has to do what feels right for themselves. Your body will help. Yeah, exactly. Some of the best. So I follow like a few people that started doing like the carnivore diet thing, and everybody thought they were crazy. And it's like, I mean, you don't know what works best for their body. You know, like if they're taking vitamins and they're eating just meat, because a lot of the carnivore guys they just eat meat. That's it. Some of them don't even eat veggies. They just eat meat. That's all they eat. No fruit, no veggies, just meat. No grains, no nothing. And I mean, I don't know how true that is. You know, I don't know if they cheat. You know, I have no idea. But it possibly could work. I'm not gonna say it's not. All sugars turn to glucose in the body, and it feeds the muscles. But some sugars don't yield as much glucose and don't benefit the body as well. Sucrose and fructose. Well, I mean, also if you're not using it though, Gabe, that's the point though, right? Is if you're not using it, then you're not doing yourself any good. That was my point. Like, it doesn't matter what you intake as long as you're using it properly with your body. Like, if you're working out regularly, if you're running, whatever. Like, you know, if you're using it, that's all that matters. You've done all that and you've gained 5 pounds? It's odd. Even mustard has sugar in it in the ingredients list. This is what I'm saying, Target. Yeah, everything's got sugar in it in the U.S., man. Everything. It's Alienware. Those are good computers. I feel like they're a bit pricey, though. Asus probably would have done you just as well for a lower cost. But hey, man, you know, if you like it, that's cool. If anybody ever asks me, I'll never recommend Alienware just because they're overpriced. You can get the same thing from Asus for a much cheaper price, probably. But if you trust Alienware, you like them, that's all that matters. It's your money, after all, not mine. So I guess, Crystal, the question is, you cut all the sugars, you cut a lot of your carb intake out, you eat fruits and veggies and protein and stuff. Are you eating more because you stopped smoking? Or are you eating more times a day, even if it's fruit and snacks and this and that? Like, I mean, I'm not a nutritionist. It seems pretty easy if you know how to track stuff, which I don't. I'm not claiming to. That you would, when you quit smoking, you automatically want to eat more. You snack more. I know that's the way I felt when I just cold turkey for about 2 weeks. I ate more. I snacked on everything. I've got a big jar of mixed nuts in there that's salted with sea salt. No other additives. It's just sea salt. And I'll go through and grab, you know, kind of just a handful of those if I'm feeling hungry, and just eat those. And then keep going, you know, like, let that be my snack for the day kind of deal. And that's helped me out a bunch. Dell destroyed Alienware, in my opinion. Used to work for Dell. I mean, Asus, Dell, there's so many, Acer. I mean, there's so many companies out there, man. You don't have to buy Alienware stuff anymore. Alienware used to be the big gaming thing, but yeah, if your friend offered it to you, then absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Again, I got no problem with Alienware. I just feel like they're a bit overpriced, and a lot of people don't have that kind of money to spend on stuff, you know. So I think it's a bit unfair of them to advertise to the everyday consumer when most people don't have Alienware kind of money, you know. That's all it is for me. Crap, I did not mean for that to drop over there. But I guess I'll live with it. All right, we can return this. That is all planted in soybeans. Good deal. Return. Okay, let's go back up to the fertilizer spreader. We'll get that done. I mean, yeah, technically, yeah, you can lose weight, but is it healthy? Is it healthy? Is it healthy gains? You know, if you're not getting nutrients for your body, it doesn't matter. We're talking about the carnivore guys, right? Or vegans or vegetarians. They all have their own way of doing things. It just really is what works best for them and their body, you know? Oh, well, that's awkward. It's already had a layer of fertilizer, didn't it? It did. All right, cool. No more fertilizer then. Sweet. We're done with that too. You have an HP laptop for gaming? Plays DayZ, FarmSim 22, World of Warships just fine. Yeah, see, there you go. It doesn't matter what it is. The only thing I have against Alienware is I feel like the average person probably overspends to buy it. That's the only thing I have against it, really. How come I can't empty this? Not enough space to unload. There we go. Sweet. We can drop this guy off. And return that one too. We're done with it. Alright, let's see what our final leasing cost is. Well, we're not going to know till the end of the hour here. We can look it up right now, though. I got seeds everywhere. I need to get me a little forklift or something to purchase to put down here so I can move stuff around neatly. Let's see. How much is just a forklift? $39,000 for the electric guy. I had to put in a charger for it. $37,000 for that one. I mean, that's pretty cheap. One of these days we'll get us one to have down here. $1,100. It depends on what it's got in it, but anything Alienware for under about $2,000, yeah, you did well. You did well, yeah, for sure. Yeah, and again, I don't have any issue with Alienware. I just think that you can get the same product for cheaper, and most people, myself included, you know, you don't have that extra money to spend. If you can get it cheaper, you may just not know about the cheaper options, you know, and I think that's the thing. So, but yeah, no, I mean, it's still a good company for sure. They still make good PCs. I don't like seeing people. I don't want to say taking advantage of. It's probably the wrong way to put it. I just don't like seeing people buy stuff when there are other options they just may not have heard of. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? I think that makes sense. All right, yield bonus is 95%. If it's any less than this, I'm gonna be upset. Because the last time it was a 75% yield bonus, which doesn't make sense because it was all fertilized and everything. So we can use. We don't have to lease a sprayer, but I've already got the spray. How much we have over here in the tank? Should be around 1,800. Oh, 850. Oh no, 1,200. Okay. 1231, and I think we only bought one tank. And to lease a sprayer, we think we just got the backpack sprayer, and that was it. 26,000 for that one, 34. Yeah, I think we went with the Kavernland. And we went with the big working width, $2,000. We're gonna go with the smaller working width this time, 18 meters, because it doesn't matter. It's a couple extra trips for $1,300. That's $700 difference, and that doesn't seem like it matters, but it matters for me. It definitely matters for me, for sure. Definitely. Where did my weather thing go? Well, my computer's doing some funny stuff right now. My whole taskbar just disappeared for a minute. That was strange. Weird. Let's tab out for a second here. Yeah, that was very weird. Stupid Windows updates. I think auto updated on me one night this week when I went to sleep. Broke everything. It was Wednesday night. Yeah, 1100 is great for any laptop. Yeah, for sure. I'm looking for one that's got like a newer Gen i5 and like 32 gigs of RAM so I can multi-track record. Because the more tracks you're pulling in, the more RAM and the more processing it uses. I don't want to be able to 32 track. So trying to find one that's a decent price. I thought about just going with one of the, what are they called? Well, let's continue this in a second. Hang out for a minute. For everybody watching on YouTube, I appreciate you guys for watching. This has been the conversation and planting and harvest day for FarmSim Network. If you want to join the FarmSim Network, there's a link below. Just go down and grab it and hop over, join the FarmSim Network. You'll have to do some contractor stuff and be whitelisted and all that kind of stuff to get your own farm. But once you do, it gets even harder. It doesn't get any easier. So if you're looking for a challenge, FarmSim Network is the place to go. Many options to play on. You got 12-day regular. You got 24-day regular. Enhanced realism. That means you can't go get your own product from the store. Like all this seed and stuff, I'd have to have this delivered to the farm. And I can't do the delivery myself. I have to hire somebody to do delivery. They have generational farming. There's all kinds of options. There's a whole meta side to this too, where you don't even have to touch the farm. You can literally go trade grain back and forth and run trucks and train yards and stuff. It's all done via the website. Head over to FarmSim Network and check it out down below. Not sponsored or anything. My sponsor for the stream is technically, they're not paying me, but you've probably noticed the sponsored tab. They don't pay me to say this, but I do get a free server for having their logos, and I have an affiliate link where if you purchase something from my affiliate link or use my affiliate link to get the website, I get a little commission from it. Is Nitrado server hosting, which FarmSim Network is also hosted on, which is why I segued into that. So if you need a server, it's the first link down below. Use that link to get there, pick you up a server, and I get a little commission from it. If you're looking to buy FarmSim 22, head over to Nexus, using the Nexus link below, and pick you up FarmSim 22 or City Skylines 2 or anything else that may be on that list. If it's not on my top 10 list there, use the search bar on my page, and I'll still get credit for it. I do make commission off those game sales. They are for Steam keys only. I think that covers it. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are. Later, folks.